October 17th, 2022 meeting of the Jackson County Board of Education to order. We have a quorum present, and we have first item is our Pledge of Allegiance, and we have Charlie Stover is going to lead us in the pledge. So Charlie, if you'd come forward, we'll all rise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Charlie, we appreciate that. We appreciate your family bringing you here tonight. I trust you didn't drive. So, all righty. So our next item is approval of our minutes. So we have minutes from our September 12th and September 16th meeting. I will entertain a motion on the minutes from September the 12th. So I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. That's unanimous. Next item is minutes from our September 16th meeting. I trust every member's had an opportunity to review, so I'll entertain a motion. I have a motion to approve the minutes from September the 16th. Do I have a second? So I have a motion and a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. All right. Next item is approval of our agenda. So it is a rather light evening as it relates to official business, but full of highlights and Rotary students. So we always look forward to that. Can I get approval of the agenda as it was submitted? Do I have a motion? Do I have a second? So I have a motion and a second. Approval of the agenda. All in favor? That's unanimous. Okay. We're just scooting right along here, Dr. Brown. So we're already down to Roman numeral 5. So that's you. Superintendent, you didn't know I do that, did you? Surprise you. Superintendent's comments, Dr. Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Clarsey, and thank you, board members, for being here this evening. We'll start with Miss Ellis from Gum Springs Elementary School.
Good evening. Thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to be able to showcase our students and staff, because obviously our students are what's most important and what's going on there. So the two ladies, I'm not going to take much of your time, but the two ladies that are going to present for us tonight is Miss Melinda Thomas. She's our ag teacher, and Miss Casey Sheridan, which is our STEM teacher. So I'll turn it over to these two ladies.
All right, so as she said, my name is Melinda Thomas. I've been with the county for, this is year 23. This is my first time teaching ag. It's a new special at Gum Springs, so it's kind of an exciting opportunity. As a new specials class, I kind of looked at the standards for the state, and I came up with 3 big goals. The first goal is to help kids understand where their food comes from, where their clothing comes from, and other materials like pencils and paper and building supplies comes from, because surprisingly they don't know a lot of that. Second big goal is to do a vertical alignment with the middle school and high school teachers. So we have a fluid program like we've done with sciences in the past. That way that our kids get the best opportunity to learn and build as they go and see opportunities. And the third big goal is for them to know what opportunities are out there for them in ag, because it's very important. Without people in ag, we don't have food. Kind of important.
I'm Casey Sheridan. I'm the STEM teacher at Gum Springs. Asked and said, the ag teacher, possible. But classrooms and academic. Our students deal with problems, solutions, applying what they're learning, especially in science and math, applying those standards to solutions in the real world.
So we came across an AgSTEM challenge where students work to solve a specific question, and that question is, how can we improve gardening spaces using water conservation practices, which is a real-world problem. There are places with drought, there are places with too much rain. So how can you make it work where you can actually produce a crop? And so the collaborative project is great because it focuses on several standards that are review, like 3rd grade Georgia Habitats and water conservation, and 4th grade water cycle, and then also 5th grade constructive and destructive forces, because farming causes those problems as well. So we're working with those standards and incorporating them into our challenge to help students use a real-world problem to address some problems that we have around school. So the way it works is they spend 2 days with me, and then they go 2 days with her, and it's our 5th grade students. So first, the kids are posed with a question, and we learn about water conservation practices, different types of irrigation, collecting water sources, and what it takes to produce a farmable area. So we talk about that first. We spend the first day learning about that, and they do have some background knowledge because of their experiences in science, thank goodness. Then day 2 of my class, I take them outside and I show them an area. I'm like, okay, we got some problems here. What do you notice? So there's an erosion, foot traffic, it's just grass or dirt. There's a water flow problem. And I present them with that question. Say, okay, how can you improve this area where we can make it, where we can farm it, but also be able to allow for the fire escape, because that's a fire escape route, and collect water, because there's too much water at times and not enough others. So I present them with that challenge. They come up with a plan, working in teams, and then they take that plan to Casey's class.
And so when they come to my classroom for 2 days in the STEM lab, we continue the engineering process. They started it in ag, researching the area, developing questions, figuring out how to solve these real world problems.
Yeah.
That's kind of a tongue twister. And when they come to my classroom, they get to continue the engineering process with creating a model. So we are not doing the large scale solution yet. We're creating a model of that space, and they use all of our materials in the STEM lab to create this model to show where they're going to conserve water, how they're going to collect it, how they're going to prevent erosion using the materials we have in the STEM lab. And not only do they create their model using their plan that they created in ag, but they also get to do some rain simulation. So we sprayed their models with water spray
We like to make
bottles.
messes.
Yes, it was messy but very fun, and they found lots of problems with some of their designs. So my favorite part of the engineering process is improving. What did we learn from our first solution? How are we going to make it better? And the students really surprised us with the solutions that they came up with, and we're really hoping to compile a lot of their efforts and actually put their solutions into action.
So now we have a video of our kids in action,
Yes.
of what they did in the process.
A box with like holes in it, so like when it rains, the water will go through like it's like tiny holes like a sprinkler, and then like from if it rains, the excess water that like goes around it, we can pour it onto it like if it has some rain, and then like some gutters can like put water. Yeah, like
How are you going to collect it from the gutters?
it's our fault. Bad.
But how are you going to get it out of the pipe?
Rip a hole in it.
Okay, is there a way to make a hole in the pipe?
Or we can make, put a screw right here and we can like, we can like and like open it. Like we could probably like hang the box kind of, like hang it right there and then like water will fall.
Okay, so y'all need I would sketch up some ideas of what you're thinking. So you
This is our model of how we would preserve water and make it easier for an emergency exit for our school. This is sidewalk, so you wouldn't have to walk or slip on all of the muddy area. This is our garden bed. And these will collect the rain and it will go down through the pipes into this barrel. And whenever you want to, you can like pull the tap and you can put the water in a bucket and bring it over and water the plants. Roberto, would you like to demonstrate? No, water from the rain and it gets on the roof, it will slide down to the gutter system. The gutter system will make the water go into the pipe. The pipe will come down to here and it will run the water into the plant area. And if there's any other water, it will go through the sewer system and into the other side where you can see it, where it's the toilet, and the person who uses a bathroom next will, after they flush it, it will go through the hole in the toilet and come to the sewer system over here, and that's where all the water will be secured for the next person who uses water for like the sink and stuff. Yeah.
So clearly there's some revision to be done because good ideas. Several of the kids came up with the idea, well, we can use the water from outside for the toilets. I'm like, no, that's not really how it works. So water cycle is one of the things, but our hope is, because there's a grant, and that's what we're going for, so the kids will come up with a good model, learning from each other, and then we can propose that and hopefully get funds to actually do something that actually works in the area and have them working together. So that's our goal. That's it.
Ms. Thomas, Ms. Sheridan, thank you so much for sharing the great work that's taking place at Gum Springs Elementary School, and thank you for making Miss Ellis look so good. Also, Charlie, thanks for doing the pledge for us this evening. Really appreciate that. At this time, Mr. Wester from Jackson County High School come up and present Rotary Students Month.
Good evening, everyone. It's a joy to be with you as always, and especially to celebrate one of our Jackson County students. And Ansley Heron is here with me this evening. She is a senior at Jackson County High School, and she is here with her mom, Molly Heron. Also, her father's a big part of their family, their life, and we're grateful for Sean and Molly and for the support that they have provided for their children at Jackson County High School, and certainly for Ansley as well. This year, Ansley is taking a lot of dual enrollment. She's working with dual enrollment at Lanier Tech, and she has taken math, is it 1101? Is that right? College algebra, yes. And English 1101, composition and rhetoric, as well as Econ 2105, which is macroeconomics at the college level. And next semester, she'll take English 1102 and political science, and maybe one or two more, we'll see. So she'll end up almost having a full year of college under her belt as she graduates from Jackson County High School at the end of the year. Previously, she's taken AP courses as well at Jackson County High School, including AP Seminar and AP Language. She's also taken physics, and she's completed the foreign language pathway with Spanish already. So she's certainly well accomplished in her academic endeavors. She has been involved in our school in a variety of ways. She has been part of our Extra Special People, our ESP Club, which works with our special education students. She's been part of the Key Club, which is a service organization at our school. She is a 3-year varsity letter person in volleyball. She's a 2-year varsity letterman in tennis, and she earned a varsity letter in wrestling as well last year. In addition to their activities at Jackson County High School, she has been involved in our community through her dedication to serving others by participating in several church mission trips. She's volunteered to help provide childcare for foster children. She has volunteered to serve with Serve the City and with iServe Ministries, and she's helped with childcare in nursery on multiple occasions throughout her high school career. She's also earned several accolades, which I'd like to share with you. She has been the recipient of the Volleyball Team Panther Award in 2020. She was also the Most Valuable Defensive Player Award winner in 2019. And just a shout out to Ansley and her teammates. They won the region championship this past week. So give them a round of applause. Great job. Defeated the number 5 team in 6A, North Forsyth, on their home court in 5 sets. It was a dramatic, awesome victory. And they will be playing on Wednesday night in the first round of the playoffs against Johns Creek at Jackson County High School, 6 p.m. Be there if you can. And go Panthers. We're excited for that for them. But so she's won those awards as a member of our volleyball team. She was named the MVP of the tennis team last year and was also named as a first-team all-region player. In wrestling, she received the Most Tenacious Panther Award last year. She's been designated as a scholar athlete every year in every sport and every season that she's participated with us. And she has been an academic honor student throughout her time at JCHS. and has received the AP Seminar Award in 2022. She is a well-rounded young lady, but even more important than all the accolades that we talked about is Ansley is one of the nicest, kindest human beings you will ever come across. And her sweet spirit, her smile, as you can see when she smiles, it is engaging and it is contagious. And so the spirit that she brings to our school is one that we truly appreciate. And we're grateful for all that she has brought to Jackson County High School, all that she has accomplished. She is a great example to her peers, to our staff, and to our entire community of what we hope all of our Panthers will be. And so we're just excited to present her to you, give her a chance to talk a little bit about her most influential teacher and a little bit about her future plans. Ansley, all you.
I chose Miss Dre as my most influential teacher. She taught me to love the art of writing, and through her class, my passion for reading grew stronger as well. I don't know what this down a little bit. And this made a lasting impression on me to become a lifelong learner. And in her class, it was the first time I remember enjoying writing. And in middle school, she shaped the way that I looked at writing, not as a task to check off or an assignment to get done, but as a way to express my thoughts on paper. Every week was a challenge, but with the difficulty came vast improvements within my craft of writing and my dull perspective on writing from years past. This newfound interest that was acquired, I believe, derived from the time she gave us to be creative while guiding us along the way as well. I no longer felt like writing was a difficult and daunting task. It became an outlet and tool that I could utilize for the rest of my life. And through this, Miss Dre's ability to ignite my interest in writing, she became my most influential teacher by inspiring my journey as a future writer.
Miss Dre retired just a few years ago, and she wasn't able to be with us tonight, but she is going to be able to join Ansley for the Rotary Club luncheon, and so we're excited to have that opportunity for them to be together again. What about your future plans? Would you let them know what you plan to do?
I plan to major in journalism, and I don't know I don't have anything set right now, but I really want to go into writing whenever I get older, so yeah.
Congratulations, Ansley. Great job. Now for Dr. Stratemeyer, East Jackson Comprehensive High School.
Good evening, and thank you for having us here today. I am honored to introduce you to Isaac Miller, one of our students at East Jackson, and I can tell you that we are well represented here. Isaac is a very well-rounded young man and a tremendous role model for our students at East Jackson. Isaac has taken a number of rigorous courses in order to get through his high school career. He's currently taking Honors Pre-Cal, Spanish 2. He's in chorus. He's in ceramics and pottery. He's taking AP Lit and Comp, AP Econ, and AP Physics all this year. In addition, he has taken AP US History and AP Lang. He stays very busy outside of the classroom as well. He is involved with the chorus, both in school and beyond. He is a part of the National Honors, or Art Honor Society. In fact, he's the president of the society. He is the secretary for Student Council. He's involved in our Beta Club. He participates with the First Baptist Church Commerce Youth Group. And probably the coolest thing that I get to share about him tonight is he's part of a rock band that he enjoys with his peers. The name is Fuzz Cut. It's it covers 90s band, so they play some fun stuff. I actually got to hear a little bit of the music at our homecoming. Dr. Chandler actually helped us set up and let us hear a little bit of the Fuzz Cut playlist, so that was fun, and the students really enjoyed it. In fact, I saw some merchandise. I saw a cup. He has a Fuzz cup somewhere here in the crowd, so he'll be selling that outside the door later. In addition to all those activities and the rigorous classes that he's taken, he's also earned the Georgia Certificate of Merit. He's been on the Jackson EMC Washington Youth Tour and was a delegate in 2022, and a Woodman Life American History Award. So he's well decorated in the classroom and beyond. He's a joy. My first interaction with him was actually as I met with some of our junior Jackson leadership members, and I met with the group and talked to him, and you can tell he's well respected by his peers. Gave me a lot of good insight on some of the things that we do really, really well at East, and some potential changes in areas for growth and things like that. So he's been awesome to be around, and like I said, represents us well as an Eagle at East Jackson.
First and foremost, thank you for having me here. And thank you to my grandmother and my parents, several friends that came to support me. I love and appreciate all of you. I want to talk about my influential teacher that I brought, Dr. Todd Chandler. He's behind me. You can't see him. But Dr. Chandler has played a huge role in developing my appreciation of music. I really started to get into chorus and forge that sense of community with my fellow singers because of him. He's got a very jovial, upbeat, patient attitude. And he's also the reason that I later got into playing instruments like guitar and bass guitar, and why I formed that rock band with my friends. I credit a lot of that to him, but more than anything, I respect how Dr. Chandler is very involved with his community. He's also my youth pastor, I should mention, and he supports a lot of different students across the Jackson County District. He's attending several sporting events. He goes to city council meetings regularly, so you can tell that he cares about what's going on in commerce in the Jackson County area. And in a way, he's helped me actualize my potential as a leader and public servant, and has also inspired me to decide to major in political science. I put in my UGA application just last Saturday evening, so fingers crossed for that. I'm still, I'm not firmly decided on anything, but I think my pre-existing interest in government and politics, plus Dr. Chandler's example as a leader, has really pushed me to give that a shot. So thank you for having me.
I think the word that first comes to mind when I think of Isaac is curious. He asks questions: why does this happen? How does this happen? And he's always finding the answers, most of the time on his own. So very curious. But he also has a servant's heart. He is an amazing young man. And I can go to him almost like an adult. He's very mature. If I have something going on in the classroom, in the bass section, or another young man's having an issue, Isaac, bring him in my office. Would you help me out with this issue? And I can count on him. I can trust him. And he's just an awesome young man. He does a lot of extracurricular things with the church, March Mission Madness, where he'll go out and, with other groups of young people and serve others. And that's Isaac Miller. Congratulations, Isaac.
Thank you, Dr. Chandler, Dr. Stratemeyer. Congratulations, Isaac. That was awesome. Other announcements, board members. On October the 5th, we had the Gum Springs Park ribbon cutting. I want to congratulate our Parks and Rec Department, as well as our school district. Had an opportunity to take the family out yesterday afternoon and visit the park. Had a great time. We also, if you can tell, our leaders are extremely relaxed right now. We're coming off fall break, so they're happy to be back at work. We also had our topping out ceremony this morning at Legacy Knoll, where we laid the last beam. So appreciate your attendance there. Also want to let you know and remind you that we have our November 3rd Teacher of the Year and Support Person of the Year at 6 p.m. It will be here at Empower. Also want to send congratulations out. Last time we were meeting, West Jackson Middle School was competing in the championship game of the middle school league that they compete in, and I want to let you know that they did defeat Malcolm Bridge Middle School. I have sent some text claiming how much better we are than they are, and they deserved it. Also want to say we've started our esports program at both high schools. Excited to see those students have the opportunity to compete as we increase our student opportunities at both of our schools. This Wednesday, October the 18th at 1 o'clock, Richard Woods, our state school superintendent, will be having a STEAM visit at West Jackson Elementary School. I want to invite you out to that. This coming Wednesday night, October the 18th, the same day at 6 p.m., our district leadership will be meeting with West Side School Council parents at Jackson County High School to discuss the attendance lines that were proposed at Thursday's work session. Also want to say a special thank you to the Maysville Baptist Church. They worked with our Maysville Elementary School staff and are providing winter coats to all of our students at Maysville Elementary School. Really appreciate the partnership with Maysville Baptist Church. Also, want to say we've created a district partnership with United Way, and they met with all of our schools and the district office before we got out for fall break to discuss ways that our school leaders and faculty and staff members can partner with United Way to raise money within our community. With that concludes my comments.
All right, Dr. Brown, we thank you for that. That was really some good information. It was good to hear from our Gum Springs and our 2 Rotary students. Do want to hear a little bit of that 90s. You just can't get good music like that anymore. At any rate, I'll refrain from going any deeper. Our next item is public comment. So we will open the floor if there is anyone here wishing to address the board. Hearing and seeing none, we will close the public comment period and we will move on to our consent agenda. We do have 2 items on the consent. I'll entertain a motion. So I have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Do I have a second? So I have a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the consent agenda? All right, that's unanimous. Next item is executive session. So we do have a need for executive session for the purpose of personnel. Is there any other reason other than personnel? And real estate. 2 very important items and a growing school. Do I have a motion to go to executive session? So I have a motion to have a second. I have a motion and a second to go into executive session. All in favor? That's unanimous. All right, so we will go to executive session. So we'll be back in a few. come out of the room with some 90s Def Leppard or something. I keep forgetting Rick's an 80s guy. Oh. Well, we'll go ahead and, are we back? We're good to come back? Okay. All right, we're returning from executive session. Do I have a motion to return from executive session? So I have a motion. Do I have a second? Motion is second. All in favor to return from executive session? That'd be unanimous. All right, so do I have a motion? We discussed personnel. We do have action on the personnel list. Do I have a motion on the personnel list that we discussed in executive session? So I have a motion to approve the list as presented in executive session from Dr. Brown. Do I have a second? I have a motion, and I have multiple seconds, so all in favor? So that would be unanimous. So we do thank you for that, and we thank you for your attendance tonight. We see folks are already packed up, so we stand adjourned. Thank you.